Okay, so again, ping if there are any technical issues, because don't want to keep you waiting. Thanks for joining this. Thanks for joining this webinar. Better late than never. So I'll rush through my intro here because I've already given it to myself. Objectives of today's webinar: increase your understanding of options for creating promotions on the IRP. To learn how to link promotions to on-site and email marketing, and hopefully give you a little bit of inspiration for Black Friday, if you're not already have everything fully prepped in. So there'll be good basic information in here. I hope it's not too basic for all of you, but I reckon everybody should get a few good tips just by following through. And I'm recording this as well, so if there's any complicated bits or any little gems in there, you can go back and review them afterwards. So, moving swiftly on, because I've lost 20 minutes of your time and my time, the creating promotions on the IRP, obviously quite a lot of ways to change your prices and promote your products on the IRP. Either via the models admin, straight in the models and stock items on the pages, or via bulk updates, core area there, extremely useful, sometimes approached with a little bit of fear by some users, just because it takes a little bit of getting used to, but extremely powerful. So I'm going to focus in on that today, on how to use that. You've also got your price adjustments for temporary price changes, and then you've got your promotions engine, which is extremely powerful for lots of variations on combinations of products, 3 for 2s, percentage off when you buy X, free gifts, shipping, etc. So I'm going to take a look at a couple of examples there as well. And then you also have your vouchers, which I'm not going to get into today because we don't have that much time, but another great way of promoting sales on your website. So without further ado, this is where I got to last time. I'm going to skip into the back end. And show you, this is our demo site here, just on the front end, and into the back end to take you through price changes. You obviously all know how to change prices in the models area. This is a matter of updating your stock prices here, and also this will change automatically, and you've got more options in each stock element here where you can set your offer status again to these various offer types. What I'm going to show you now is how to do this in bulk via bulk updates. And this is really important because it's bulk updates for me are the best option for making site-wide price changes when you're doing sales across the board and you want to get into the detail and modify prices. And it's an extremely efficient way of doing this. So I'm going to show you in a little bit more detail how to go about that. If I look at my front end here, I'm gonna do my work on a little set of items called Color On. Sorry, not Color On. I'm gonna go for Color Before, just a brand. These are some products from one of our websites we're running at the minute. Various makeup and cosmetic products. Color Before. As you can see, I've got all these on here at full price at the minute, and I'm just going to show you via bulk updates how to manipulate these prices. So back into the back end, bulk update data. Okay. And the first thing to always do in your bulk update data is you're going to create a template file with the data you want to manipulate. In this occasion, I'm looking to update the stock table. So that's stock level items, because that's where all my core prices are held, and my RRPs, my prices are held against the products. So this is the first table I'm going to be looking at updating. So select from the DB table stock. Now you might want to do this across your full site. As I said, this is the quickest way to do it. In this example, I'm just going to do it for the Color Before brand, just to keep my file size to a minimum. All categories, CSV, download template file. So I've downloaded my template file, and as you can see, that's brought up the 3 products that we saw on the front end. And what I'm going to do first, you'll see in this template file that there's a lot of information, but it's not really information I'm interested in at the minute for the work I'm going to do. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to remove columns. This is a key thing in bulk updates. It's knowing that you can remove as many columns as you want, and they're not going to affect your bulk update. It also makes you sure that you're not accidentally changing any information that you're not aiming at. So I've removed those ones there. I'm going to remove those extra ones. I'm just looking at my price and my RRP. Now, and again, going over here, moving other extras. Bear with me, I think the computer's struggling with all I'm asking it to do. Sorry, didn't like that. So I want to keep in my option here. In this case, my option is blank because I've only got 1 stock item per model, but in the majority of your cases, you'll have multiple options in there. I'm keeping in the offer column because that's where I want to change my offer status on the front end. And I'm keeping in my model ID because that'll be useful for me afterwards if I want to update the model or have a reference to the overall model items that I'm modifying. And then I'm also going to go through, delete the rest of these columns. Apologies, this is slightly slow just because my computer's recording screens and sharing and casting webinars, so it's struggling a little bit. Now, and then I'm going to go in and move those as well. Okay, so now I'm left with, in this file, categories, brands, models active, and models name. Now again, you'll notice in this is an important thing to learn about bulk updates as well. You'll see that these columns here have a models underscore before them or a brands underscore before them. That means they're making reference to a different table. At the minute, we are updating the stock table. So only column headers which do not have a X underscore before them are the columns we're going to be affecting. These first columns in here are purely informational. Categories, category, brands, models active, because I'm going to apply this update to the stock table, these are not going to take any effect. Model, it's only these ones which are going to have an effect on the table. So here's my stock ID, active, true. I'm going to leave that in just in case I wanted to do filters on active or non-active products. I've got my model ID, I've got my offers, option, price. So the goal here is for me to change my prices. So if you're doing this in bulk, take the price. What I like to do is copy my price. I'm going to rename this to original price. This is purely for my reference for when I want to change these prices back. Again, you'll notice I've just made that up, original price, but because that column doesn't exist in the stock table, it's not going to make any update, but it means I can store it in my file and keep it as a nice reference for when I need to go back to it in the future. So this column is, again, now just an informational column. That is my old price. And I'm going to use it as a reference to take 20% off these prices. So L2 times 0.8. Double click the right corner, drag that down, and I'm going to reduce my decimal points. There we go. That's my new price that I want, $7.99. Now, dipping back into the offer status, just for information on that, you all know how to set the offer status from the back end of the IRP admin. This is its corresponding field in the database here. If I want to update this, then I need to give it the corresponding value. So I need to choose which offer status I want to give it. You will see in the IRP world under models, in the help section, you'll see a list of these offer statuses in the how to add or edit a model section. Links to these will be provided with the slides afterwards, so don't worry about taking this down. These are my varying offer statuses, and in brackets the corresponding database code. So if I want to set everything to sale, I'll insert into this column in my database the number 1. If I want to set it to a custom offer type, for example, maybe Black Friday, I'll set it to 101. So I think that's what I'm going to do here today. So I'm going to choose 101 because actually I'll show you how to do that as well while I'm here. I'm going to do a Black Friday promotion. So I'm going to go into products. Sorry, I'm not. I'm going to go into application settings and product settings. And here I can see my offer statuses. When I was prepping for this, I actually already put in my Black Friday icon. Simply a matter of uploading here. I can add in more ones if I want. You'll find the IRP design repository in the IRP world. If you log into your IRP world and you go to IRP design repository, in here you'll find a list of assets which can be reused. Try to make these as generic and as useful as possible. So, and this will be expanding all the time. So you can go in here and grab an icon. So for example, if I was running a 10% off sale, go in here, borrow that from the repository, back into my product settings, browse download sale. Okay, and now you see that I have now my custom offer type set up in the backend. But going back to this, I want to do a Black Friday sale, so I'm going to use custom offer type 1, which is code 101 in the database. So I'm going to go back into my file. 101. And copy that down. Now I'm going to save this. Again, I recommend here saving this with a sensible name. For example, Black Friday. Black Friday sale, 17th. 11217, just as a reference. Stock, and it's a stock. I can hear if it is possible to disable all microphones, that'd be great. I can hear a bit of microwave in the background. must need your coffee after listening to me for 10 minutes. So save. So now I've got my file, and I'm going to upload this again into the bulk updates. So back into bulk update data. This is where I got my template from. Upload stage. Stock table. Go in here. Here's my file. Open, upload and stage. Got my green message, which is what we always love to see. And here we can see sample data of what I've staged. So you'll see I've got my, double check this, my offer status is right here. And you can see I've got my original price column, but I know that's not going to do anything. That's purely for my reference. Price and RRP, so all looks good to me, so I'm going to press perform bulk update. And successfully updated. So, important as well, this tick box, update model minimum prices. This means this will automatically update your model prices to the minimum price of your stock items. So if you've got stock items in there at $9.99 and $7.99, this will set your model price to $7.99. So it'll say from $7.99. So that's an important one. Also, I am in the roadmap. I've seen it's been selected for development. Another tick box here and another option to automatically update the the offer status. So that'll be coming in here. Keep an eye out for that. This means you'll only have to do the bulk update in one table, but I'm going to show you how to do it in two tables just after this. But anyway, keep this ticked. I perform a bulk update. I check this on the front end now. And we can see prices are updated and all is good. Now, if you're wondering where the offer status is, you'll remember that I've only updated the stock table, whereas this is a model level view because I'm looking at the model. So I've only updated the stock table, and you'll see there's the corresponding model status. So as I was saying, I'm getting in an option, requested that from development, and it's in there. I'm getting an option in for that to automatically happen on the model level. But in the meantime, what I need to do is to update the model status on my model as well to make sure that that comes through on the product listings pages. So I'm going to go back into my file. This is why I kept my model ID. I'm going to go File, Save As. I'm going to say, I'm going to change that to model. Just bear with updates and models, and I'm going to rip out everything here from a stock table. Again, I'll leave in these first ones because these are just informational. Again, the database, the models table is not going to recognize these, so it's not going to do anything. But because I'm now looking at the models table, I've got model ID and I've got offer on the models table. These are fields which exist in the model table as well. So actually, just to keep it simple and just to be really sure, no, I'll leave those in. Leave those in. I'm going to save that. Continue. Then I'm going to go back into my bulk updates. I want to update the models table. Take my models file. Upload and stage. Check again, I've got my model ID, I've got my offer status. These don't have any underscores against them, so these are the only ones that are going to be applied to this table. Looks good to me. Per format bulk update. Now, if I go back into color before page, you can see I've got my offer status against these thanks to my bulk update, and I'm ready to go. So that's an overview of how to use bulk updates on your stock table, on your model table. I hope there's some useful things in there. Really, just the purpose of that is to get you comfortable with the manipulation of the files, understand how that relates to the database, because it allows you an awful lot of flexibility. And I've now got my offer right across the website. So that was my, and that's it. Just one other thing to show you there. I've done the offer statuses, and I did the tick box to make sure that the model prices were updated. But you do also have within the products menu, bulk operations, and these bulk operations, again, as I mentioned about the stock, about the option, about the offer status. The offer status will be getting a little, and the same as the tick box in the bulk update table, we're getting a little option in here to say set model offer statuses to the equivalent stock item model status. Again, so a quick button in here in the same way that you have update model min max prices, update. This is a really useful button if you don't want to do, if you're not changing offers, if you're not changing anything else in the models table, and you just want to resync your model min max prices against your stock items, this button will do that. Will do that for you. So there's a few useful things in this bulk operations area which some of you may not know about. So very, very useful one in there. A lot of them do run on common tasks. The ones that are available in here, such as rebuild search indexes, that'll be running once a day anyway. But just so you know, if you're adding products to your IRP and they're not showing up in your search immediately, this is where you come, click the button, and you'll be sorted. Okay, so that's our bulk updates. I don't think I've got time to look at price adjustments. Price adjustments do the same as bulk updates, but you can do them manually or via file upload. They don't, however, affect your offer status. So if you're wanting to use the offer status, you're best going down the bulk update route at this stage. The advantage of the price adjustments, however, is that they can be timed as well. So one to consider and have a play with. So next I'm going to look at promotions. Yeah, so I think Paul's just asked that question. At the minute, Paul, you can't update your model status using the scheduled price adjustments, but it is something that is on my radar, something to look at, because that's just it's a little addition that's missing from there. It's a slightly complicated one to get in, but we are going to look at it. So promotions. Promotions. For me, this is the split on how to use the tools to get the best result. If you're making site-wide price changes, I would go down the road that I've just shown you with the bulk updates. If you're doing anything a bit more fun and funky and different options, this is the promotions area is the one for you. So I'm going to look at a couple of examples here. First one. I've chosen these examples just because they're ones that work very well for across the client base when we've had clients implement and they've got really good results. So a free gift and get product at a percentage discount. So this one I'm going to call this is, you can see I've called this secret sale. So the idea of this promotion, and I hope this will just give you a few ideas for the future. I'm using the get product at percentage discount promotion type. The idea of this is an upsell potentially on items that you've bought in at bulk at a good price, you've got a good bit of margin on, or maybe they're old stock and you need to shift them, but you don't. You might have restrictions from your brand, so you don't want to discount their price on the front end of the site. But so really secret flash sales that make the customer feel a little bit special and pop up whenever they've bought a particular item. So in this case, I decided to set this one up, which is 33% off brush sets whenever you buy any blusher. Apologies if I got my makeup terminology wrong, but in my mind, when you buy some blusher, you probably need some brushes to go with it. Brushes are a bit expensive, but this is where the promotion comes in. You've got people on buying £5 blusher. They're not really thinking of spending 20 quid on brushes, but if you give them a bit of a discount, maybe you're overstocked, then this is an excellent way to start shifting stock. So setting up a promotion. First step in here, give it your name and a title. My recommendation would also be you can view the promotion page on the front end of the website. So this is the promotion page that the people will land on once this has been triggered by their basket. You can always view that in a preview without setting your promotion live. But sometimes it just depends on the way your promotion is set up. Sometimes this promotion page is not the most visible part of your promotion, and maybe you want to be pushing them to a different product. It really depends. If it's a 3-for-2 off a set of products, then they'll all be in here, and this is the page you want to be viewing. In this scenario, this secret sale is not one I'd be driving traffic to on the front end. It'll only be driven to from the basket, as we'll see in a second. So what I'd recommend when you're setting up promotions, you can use the country restrictions. Maybe choose a country that you never get any traffic from. Let's go for Afghanistan. Add that in, and that means your promotion will only be available in Afghanistan. And then you link it out to there from here to change your country settings, and you can see and preview everything as if you're in the country. So that's a good little tip just for previewing and testing. I'm on a demo site at the minute, so I'm happy to have it. I'm happy to have it showing at the front end. 33% of brush sets. Various options here for timing on the dates, start dates and end dates. And again, in this particular one, I don't want to show this all the time. I just want to show this once a customer has the blusher in their basket, giving them a bit of a surprise, because I want to make it like a bit of gamifying it a little bit, discount unlocked. So those are the options there. Basket restrictions. This is where I say if they have a blusher in their basket, this can trigger the promotion. And then in the product restriction rules, I'm saying what I want them to get for free, or not for free, excuse me, at the discount are the brush sets. And then back in here, I've set my discount at 33% off. So if we look at this on the front end, let me see what I have in my basket. At the minute I don't have any blusher in my basket, so if I'm coming on here shopping for blusher, and I go for this one, add to my basket, you can now see I'm only showing this when the item's in the basket, and look at this, I've unlocked my discount. So the blusher in your basket entitles you to 33% off any brush set. Important here to get your wording right, have a think about it, things that will entice users into making that purchase on the upsell. Claim your discount now, can't resist. Congratulations, today only. Again, using urgency, important these things. Mix it up a bit, don't get people too used to the offers you're giving. Make a plan, but mix it up. Then I've got my brush sets, and here's one. I'm going to go for that. Add to my basket. And there we are. You can see it in there at the discounts. So that's one good example. What's one good example of promotions and hidden promotions that you could use during your Black 5 day or your build up to Black Friday. It's a good example there. And then the other one I'm going to look at is, by the way, this keeps showing because I've said they can claim as many as they want. So they can't take as many. They can buy as many 33% brushes off if they want. And there's not a problem there. So going back into my promotions, the other one I want to look at is a free mystery gift. Again, this depends on your product set and what you have available. Maybe particularly relevant to those of you out there who have who maybe make your own products, or have own branded products that you can get with good margin and have a high selling value, but with better margin. Maybe your own branded T-shirts or caps or something. And you can encourage higher spend values by giving away free gifts. The particular makeup company we're working with here does great promotions on this, where they bundle items into the mystery bag, which they need to shift for stock purposes. And there's a high value to it, but it's great for them for clearing stock as well. So free gifts with purchase, that's the type of the promotion here. Free mystery gift when you spend over £50. Gift must be active. Important one here, this is whether you're giving away free gifts that people can buy on your website anyway, or maybe you're just created a special product which you don't want to show on the front end of the website, but you want it to be available as a gift. So in this example, mine's a mystery gift. It's not something you can buy, so I've got this unticked. Spend over £50 and qualify for a free mystery gift worth £20. In this one, I haven't put any messages here. There are defaults that are put in. If you don't put in your messages, I'd recommend probably putting those in, to craft your own message, but there will be defaults that go in for you otherwise. This one I'm just applying to the United Kingdom. Basket restriction, that's my rule. It has to be £50. Free gift rule, and you'll see I have a product in there which is a mystery gift product. So it's not a product that's available for purchase on the front end of the website. It's just it's a mystery gift from my own demo brand. And that's the one I want to give away. So if we go back to this one, this is a promotion that I want. This is a promotion I want people to know about on the front of the website. I want them to be spending over 50 quid. My average order value is currently sitting at 40. I want to get that pushed up over the Black Friday period to 50. So I want them to know about it. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to add banners to my promotion. These, I've actually already done this, but I got these again from the design repository. You'll see in here in the banners section. Lots of generic banners. You've got your own design team. Don't worry about this, but these are ones that can help you out in the Christmas period with standard trust messaging. You see bank holiday offers, Black Friday. So reusable assets that you can get in here. If you don't have that design resource available, you can get in here and pull out banners. So if I search in here for gift, you can see my mystery gift banners again, download and upload back in here to promotions. I just need to set these ones live. I'm putting them on my mobile heading and my desktop heading. So again, you'll notice this is taking me into the banner section of interface and design, but it is a banner that's intrinsically linked to my promotion. So if I'm scheduling my promotion to be active for a certain period, these banners will also turn on and off at those periods. So it's extremely useful here. So I'm going to put that on live. It also populates my link automatically for me to the promotion page. I'm going to set that live. I'm going to go back into my promotion. And I'm going to set this one live. On the cache just to make sure I see that on the front end. And then if I go back to the front end of my website, you'll see I've got this is great screen collateral here. This is available on every page. And any minute now it will be changing to my promotional banner. There we go, free mystery gift. Obviously I could do with a little bit more detail on this, free mystery gift when you spend over £50, etc. But I've just taken the generic banner. So that's the importance. That's the importance of promoting your promotion on the front end. And I can see that links me to the promotion page. Offer price. It allows me to select this, but my banner doesn't currently qualify, so I need to add something else to my basket. So let's add 4 of those. Update quantity, and you'll see now I've got my mystery gift. That's your price, and I'm ready to go. So that's a little overview of promotions that could work for you on Black Friday or throughout the year. Again, really powerful. The only limit there is really your imagination. I would say don't try and do this last minute. The promotions engine is extremely powerful, but it takes a little bit of getting used to. So plan in advance. Once you've set up 1 or 2, you'll be flying. but give yourself the time to test and to tweak and to see how the message displays to the users on the front end. Okie doke. Because of our late start, I'm extremely behind on my timing, so apologies for that. The next bit I wanted to do was just to show you very briefly how to, obviously, if you're setting a promotion for your mystery gift, that's a big one you want to shout about. So you want to get in and you want to use the IRP email marketing to advertise that promotion. So again, I don't have any mail shots in here. I'm going to add complaint. This is going to be the fastest email setup in history because I don't want to keep you all. Campaign name, I'm going to call this, or what I'm going to do is I know that the IRP is providing me resources in my Design repository, so I'm going to think I don't have to create HTML myself. I'm going to go into the HTML Design repository resources and I'm going to think, right, template, IRP template 1, standard mail shot, brilliant. I'm going to have some of that. Download. I think I'll just call my email this for starters. Obviously this will be more relevant to what your promotion is, but email campaign, I'm going to insert that. Insert campaign, automatically create traffic partner. So my campaign is in, that is done. Now I need to add my content. I'll go to my downloads. Open up that text file I've just downloaded. Just got all my lovely HTML in it. Copy all of that. Back into my email source. Paste that in and back. Flick back to this view. And I'm going to update that to save it. Oh, missing the subject. Let's call it standard mail shot template 1. Update campaign. Now you'll also notice in the design repository it says there's an image asset associated with this. IRP template 1 email header. So I need to check in the image assets, design assets. I'm going to just search for email in here. IRP1 template header, I'm going to download that. Okay. Back into edit my campaign. Now this is actually just an instructional header, but I'm going to just to show you how to upload the files. Back into my emails. There I've got my header. I'm going to drag and drop this in. That should be me done. Now you notice here that I'm still missing an image in this one. This is because this email source is using placeholders, application URLs, so that what you see is what you get editor is not interpreting those. But if I press to view parse content, hold on, let me update my campaign first. Where's my image? IRP template email header JPEG. Okay, it uploaded correctly. Just got to copy that to make sure that all is good. Emails, IRP, template, header, JPEG. I think I must have uploaded one of these previously. That's only because I've been doing my tests. Check that. And there's it. Yeah, so I had my image name slightly incorrectly just because when I uploaded my image the second time, it created a duplicate reference. But if you're doing this first time, you shouldn't have an issue. So that's my parsed content. That's why I can see the image here, because it's parsing the application URL, so I can see the image. But basically, what you'll want to do in this, we want to promote our Black Friday. So what we do is we double click here to change the image, and we'd source our default Black Friday template header, and we put it in here, and update. That's my mail shot. I'm aware I'm very short of time, so I don't want to keep you any longer. But what I also wanted to show you in this is your product lists. So maybe in this one I want to talk about Black Friday, and then I want to say we've got excellent products and add in a product list. So I go to custom product lists. I'm going to add in best selling. I'm going to choose which template I want. I want to show my discounts, and I'm going to add that to my HTML, and that inserts a placeholder at the very bottom of the email, which I'm going to cut out there, and I'm going to stick in bang in the middle there. Update my campaign. Now again, I won't see that because that's a placeholder, so I won't see it in here, but if I click on view parse content, then I'll see my product list in here. And obviously you can create those product lists within the interface and design section, custom product lists and custom product list templates. So you can take those with whatever criteria or specifically choosing models you want in there. And then you can add your templates in here. And of course, your templates are available again in your design repository. Default custom list templates, you've got 2 column ones in there, you've got 3 columns, so you take the ones of your choosing and you can pop those in, and away you go. So back to the campaign. The only thing really left to do on that one is to move on to the test phase. I'm going to send one to myself. That shows me its schedule. It's going to send to me in 1 minute. After that, after I verify it's all okay, those templates have been tested in Litmus email testing as well, so that they work on desktop and on mobile without issue. Then I choose my recipients, only 5 people in this list, and then I go into preview and send. Again, here I'll see the full parsed content, and if I wish to schedule this to run in line with my promotion, I can do so here. And then I can review all my previous send stats in the statistics area. Just make sure you press search, and that'll show you a list of all people you've previously sent to. So that's really about it. Bit of a whistle-stop tour. I'm sorry for the 15-minute delay at the start where I was talking to myself. I hope that's given you a glimpse of promotions, emails, the design repository here, extremely useful. Also the knowledge base as well. Back to my presentation, there's a wealth of information there on the knowledge base, which you really should make the most use of. And I'm going to put this presentation slide deck into this meeting, as well as recording the video. I'm going to put the presentation slide deck in there as well, so you have links to find out about those offer status codes, the design repository, and various strategy articles related to setting up promotions. That's about me. Thank you. Thanks a million for joining, everyone. It really means a lot to us that you tune into these. I'll be sending out a survey after this as well for feedback. don't slate me too much on the technicals, and feedback and suggestions for future webinars as well. Keep those coming in to me, because I want to know where we can help you best get the best use out of the system. So keep them coming in. And thanks a million. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. And above all, have an excellent Black Friday week next time. Cheers. Regarding the questions, I see Penelcom and Paul, you've asked a couple there, and the voucher code. I'll write to you about those afterwards. So thank you, because I think we're a bit short on time. Okay. Many thanks. Bye.